2. Are you going?
Christy is now going to show you how to oil cleanse your face.
Okay. Well, we should
Listen
probably...
carefully.
Okay. All right. So we should probably talk about oil cleansing just as a concept. I don't know if you've ever heard of oil cleansing. It feels weird to be talking in the mirror, but whatever.
Well, no, look like toward. There you go. Look up. No, look over here. There you go.
Okay.
This is what.
All right. There we go. Okay. So that feels weird too.
Just do
Anyway,
it.
so oil cleansing is something that's been around for a while now in the sort of acne world. And I had heard about it a couple of years ago, but I was very resistant because I was fearful of just slathering my whole face up in oil. That just seemed wrong somehow. But I kept seeing it and seeing it and seeing it, and I kept reading more about it and said, finally, I'm just going to do it and try it. And particularly, one thing that I had heard about it was that oil cleansing was really good for dealing with cystic acne, which I know you know about. You know, it's the ones that are like hard, that come especially along your jawline a lot, and that you can feel them before you can see them.
It hurt a lot.
Yeah, they hurt like the dickens. Anyway, and I have to say that other than maybe like one, I get issues sometimes on my temples more from my glasses, but other than like one, I have not had any cystic acne. Even when I've been on my period, I haven't had any cystic acne since I've been oil
You won't have to
cleansing.
worry about your period, so there you go.
Right. I'm just, well, even what I'm saying is even on my period, which I'm more prone to it then, even then, I have not had any cystic acne since I've started oil cleansing.
Oh, yeehaw.
Now,
Okay.
I will say that there is a little bit of a purge time. The first week or two, my skin looked like really glowy and amazing, but then I started getting all these little whiteheads that I don't normally get. I mean, and my cheeks just were like whitehead city. I mean, little bitty whiteheads, but that was just my skin purging. But then that stopped. But actually, mine took longer because I went back and read some more about it. I was still using other cleansers kind of intermittently with my oil cleansing. And what I read about that was you actually make it worse if you keep flip-flopping back and forth, that you need to just do the oil cleansing. And sure enough, when I committed to just doing the oil cleansing, I stopped having all that crazy mania of...
All right.
Now, you should, I mean, there's a very good chance that in the first week or two you will still have some purging, but you shouldn't have it as bad as I had it if you just commit to the oil cleansing. Oil cleansing takes longer than just regular, just regular cleanser. I admit that. But a whole concept is that oil breaks down oil. Water does not break down oil. Oil breaks down oil. Also, there's a lot of different kinds of oils, some which can make you break out and some do not. How comedogenic something is means how likely it is to clog your pores. Hemp oil, which is what I sent you, has a 0 rating on the comedogenic scale, which means it should not clog your pores at all. And this is what's considered an ideal oil for oil cleansing for people that have oily skin and are acne prone. So I sent you that big bottle, that bigger bottle of hemp oil, and I've been using that size bottle for over a month now, and I've only used like 1/4 of that bottle. And then, but if you try to squeeze it out of that bottle, it squeezes too much. Like, you can't control how much or how little squeezes out. It's too forceful. It's hard to squeeze it. So that's why I got you that little glass jar to put some, put them out, because then this dropper allows you to have more precision in how much you put in there. You could also, if you have some tea tree oil, you could add some tea tree oil to yours. Like, I added some geranium oil to mine just because it's supposed to be good for some
Like,
else.
if you fill that bottle with hemp oil, how many drops of tea tree would you add? 10?
I mean, I'd add 10 to 15,
Okay.
yeah, for like this whole bottle. I mean, I think I've probably got about 8 to 10 drops of geranium oil in this. I don't really know. I can't.
Okay,
remember.
but not 50,
not 50.
not 2.
Not
Okay.
2. That's
All right, so about 10 or
so
10
this
to
is for the
15.
precision. The other thing that's very important that I'd read in oil cleansing is a clean washcloth. A lot of people probably use a
every time.
Yes. probably use a
It's
washcloth,
freshly washed
you know,
each time.
for several days or whatever. But they said, you know, because you're going to
Don't
have
do that.
oil on this, and you don't want to be basically putting dirty oil back on your face, because you're using a washcloth as part of the process. So that's why I sent you that giant pack, because it's got 24.
So each time you use one, you
Yes.
discard it and wash it.
Yeah, you
I
don't
mean-
discard it trash, but yes, you discard
Yes.
it to the laundry.
Discard.
Yes, and also they're probably a little bit thinner, which is good. I actually like the thinner ones better than my overly thick washcloth. I mean, you can sort of manipulate a little bit better. And the other thing is that I find that it's easier. I've done it in the shower. I find it easier to do it at the sink, because you need really hot water, and then you get the washcloth hot, and then you
Right.
can turn it off. And so you know,
And
you're
then
not
in the
just,
shower, you
you're not
wouldn't want to
just-
be scalding your whole
right.
self.
You're not just wasting all kinds of hot
Gotcha.
water and running out of it. So I find it's just easier to do it at the sink.
Okay.
So
So-
here's what you do. So the first
Step
thing you
one.
do is you're gonna put some, you know, warm to hot water on your washcloth, and then just, you know, put that on your face just to get your face damp.
Dampen your
Because it's a little bit easier to.
Okay, so you're just gonna moisten your face.
It's just a
Kind-
little easier to move it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, are you gonna use the other side of the washcloth to do the oil cleanse? Kind of.
No.
Because I was thinking you kind of got the scum of the
Well,
original scum off, and then
I mean, I could. I don't
Okay.
worry about
She doesn't
that
worry about
too
it.
much.
so
I
apparently
haven't really
it
honestly
still
thought
works.
about that. It's more about not getting the dirty oil.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so then I mean, obviously so that's
That
you know
much.
one dropper full. No, I do a little.
Oh, this is so
So
you can kind of see how much she's using.
and then sometimes I do just like a teeny squirt more. So
okay,
just
so
a
you
little
kind of
bit
saw
over
how
the
full
tube.
those droppers
Yeah.
were, and back up the video if you didn't.
Okay, and then, you know, just slap it on your face. So here's where you begin to massage the oil on your face. You're not being aggressive. You're not just attacking it like you would if you were trying to scrub a dirty spot off your floor. You,
Some
but
of it you're
wanna-
kind of trying to warm it up and kind of get that going, right? Like
well,
kind of
what
get
you're
that
really trying to do,
dissolving the
yes,
oil.
what you're trying to do is you're trying to get it massaged into your face so that, yes, the oil has an opportunity to break down the other oil.
And some of that you're doing though too with the warmth of like creating some heat.
Yes, you are. I mean, I don't feel heat, but you know, it's micro heat.
Yeah.
So what? And I don't poke in like this. You know, it's not like it's a flat palm. You know, so I mean, imagine sort of like if you were giving your face like a really soothing massage. And so, I mean, some things tell you to massage for a ridiculous amount of time, but I have read other things that have said that if you massage it too long, it can
Maybe
be
a minute?
problematic. I think I probably do it
45
for
seconds,
like
we'll
a couple
see.
of minutes. I mean, because some things will tell you to do it for like 10 minutes, but people have said that can cause problems if you
I
are
should
really sensitive.
have looked at the timestamp to
Oh,
see
yeah.
where you.
Here is the thing. Now, this does not always happen, but I will tell you sometimes, and I think I notice it when my face is really dirtier. After you've massaged for a couple of minutes, you start to feel what actually feels like micro grit on your hand.
Yes.
And there's actually stuff coming up out of your face.
Yeah,
It's
I've
like
done it too.
Baby micro grit. And so that's when you know it's been
Smell-
a good amount of time. You're
smells
smelling the
good,
geranium.
too.
You're
Oh.
smelling the geranium. I
Yeah,
got geranium in
okay.
there. I found some geranium oil a couple of weeks ago and I stuck some in there because it's supposed to be antibacterial or something. Or good
Gotcha,
for
okay.
closing your pores or something. I can't
Oh,
remember.
well, so there you go.
So if you got some geranium oil at TJ Maxx like I did, throw some in. I mean, but you'll smell like a flower, so there's that.
Well, but once you rinse it, you won't actually smell like
Right,
it.
that's right. That's true. But you know, tea tree oil would be another option. There's other oils. I haven't explored all of them, but there are other oils that are.
So
supposed
are
to have
you,
other
because
good-
you're talking, are you doing it longer than you would have just?
No, I
Okay.
usually I do it for a good couple of minutes because again, I'm starting to feel some of that grit come out, And I like to try to wait till I get to that gritty stage.
Okay, so after you start feeling the gritty things,
and then
you maybe do it for 30 more seconds, 45 more seconds.
And I just try to make sure that I've covered everything, you know, because some places might get it more than others. I mean, I would say anything up to 5 minutes would probably be okay. I just wouldn't do it any longer.
And you're going to probably want to do this before you take a shower, because then any little residual oil that you get up near your hairline, you'll get that oil, you'll wash that oil out in the shower.
Okay, so, you know, you get a good massage. Okay. And also, make sure that you get down on your jawline, because that's where you're real prone to getting that cystic acne.
Okay.
Obviously, then rinse your hands. Perfect. Get it off. I mean, it feels really luxurious, you know.
I remember it now. I want to try this with this kind of oil.
You probably don't want to use hemp oil, because your skin's not, it can be drying for skins that are not oily. So we may want something that's a little less. I've got some charts somewhere that have, okay, so now what you do is you get your washcloth and you get it as hot as you can sort of stand it. I mean, because here's the thing, it'll cool off so quickly, so you really want to get it hotter than you think you want it, because by the time it gets to your face, it's going to be cooler. Because by the time you squeeze it out, ooh, that is really hot. It's hot up here.
But you can always just a couple seconds and it'll cool off.
It's hotter up here than downstairs. Who knows? Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to put this.
Man. Okay, just can you see out there? No, you can't.
I thought
it's just look at. Can you see, Nathan? It's snowing and blowing out.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh wow, it's really coming. I thought
some of those big. If you can see some of those really big flakes.
I know. I love the big flakes. They're my favorite.
Okay, back, and she's still doing the same thing, except she's rubbing her face.
Here's what I find. Don't do it like this. Do it like this, because then you can cover your whole face and get all the way to your ears, and even like behind your ears here. Because if you do it like this, it's not quite big enough. But if you do it like this,
and more snow.
Okay. So what you do is,
so you do that a few,
get hot water.
2 or 3 times, or
I do it at least 3 times. Yes. Okay, here's what you're trying to do. You get hot water, squeeze it.
So same thing, really hot.
And what you want to do is you're putting it over your face.
Kind of steaming your face.
You're trying to steam it to break down the oil. And so let it sit there for, you know, a few seconds.
Until it cools off a little.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And then you're going to just...
You're kind of trying to wipe the oil off
You're not being aggressive. You're just...
At this point, you're not really scrubbing. You're trying to wipe it off, kind of.
Exactly. But I think if you only do it 2 times, you're still going to have enough residual. You're having too much residue.
Okay.
That it's not.
So at least 3 times.
Yeah, at least 3 times. I mean, you could do 4, but I think usually 3 is enough to, you know, be okay. Oh, there's a big snowflake. Okay.
And we're rinsing again. So this is time number 3. Same thing. Okay.
Again, just letting it sit.
All right.
So what I'm going to say, but you will still have a teensy bit probably of oil residue, but your toner will take it off. Your toner will take off.
Did you send him toner?
No, but he has toner.
Oh, you have toner? If you don't have toner, we'll have to.
I'm going to tell you what I have started using. I had this for years, and I didn't ever know you could put it on your face.
ACV?
No, I mean, I do have a toner I love that has ACV in it, but it's insanely expensive.
Witch hazel?
Is witch hazel. It's Thayer's witch hazel, but it's specifically the medicated. And I have been really happy with it. And it's a big old bottle, but
do you use it straight?
I use it straight on a pad. The problem is that Whole Foods doesn't carry the medicated. I've looked at a couple of places and they don't.
So you can
carry
get it online.
Get it online. You can get it on Amazon, but actually I think there's like Vitacost, or not Vitacost. Some online somewhere else has it cheaper even.
Okay.
Than Amazon does.
All right.
You can get it on Amazon. But it's a big old bottle. I mean, it's about $12, but it's a big bottle.
I don't know how I'm going to send this giant video. I'm not sure how.
Well, I don't know. You remember? So that's what you do. And so,
Okay.
I mean, feel my skin.
And now
Feel my skin now.
it's soft.
So it's very soft.
It is very soft.
But then I will put toner on it.
At this point, she's
going
to put toner, and then you'll put moisturizer and go on with her day.
I mean, I'll put like my little drying lotion and stuff. You know, I put like spot stuff on.
I see.
Like anything that I have.
Mm-mm.
And then this goes in the wash. But that's why I sent you that big jumbo pack. So it's not like you're gonna have to do a washcloth load every 3 days.
No, it's like every 3 weeks.
Right.
I mean, but you'll be washing more than that anyway. So.
Right.
All right, so this is oil cleansing with Christy.
Oh my God.